Einstein. So Einstein said that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing, but expecting a different result. Now, I don't know about you, but oftentimes life can feel like a Groundhog Day. And it's because most of us live our life in this autopilot. We operate in our day-to-day life in our subconscious patterns. What's that mean? It means that more often than we realize, we are asleep at the wheel of our own life. And so, as I learn more about the brain, about the nervous system, about change, about healing, that's why I had to host The Big Idea. It's why I insatiably and relentlessly chase places and events like Tony Robbins and the Health Freedom Symposium and The Big Idea, where I can gather in one place and I don't know what's going to happen next. So I am consciously and intentionally awake and aware and surrounded by this contagious, infectious, amazing energy of all of these people who want the same thing: more out of life, more out of health, more out of happiness, more out of their relationships, who want more and are willing to do it and get in it and look at the things that we don't want to look at so that we can go, today's the day. I want the change. And so I knew it was coming when I planned this year's event, but I had the foresight that a hangover was going to come, because events come and go. If you've ever been to a concert, if you've ever been to a sporting event, you know, you get that thing, you get the fix, your adrenaline goes up, your energy goes up, and then all of a sudden you come back into your Monday and your Tuesday. And by the time Wednesday comes back around, we are asleep at the wheel again. So this year, I knew I had to do something different to catch those people who were aware of the fact that chances were we were going to go back into those patternings, and here comes insanity in our life. Even though we had seen and felt what change could look like, we would go right back to what we know. So we created a space where you could come back to those talks, where you could revisit, or if you couldn't make it, right? If you just couldn't be at the big idea, we wanted to capture all of the magic and all of the conversations so that you could come back and take notes and build, because each time you listen to one of these talks, you're going to hear something new. And so I'm going to try and label them so that you can catch the titles, whether it's Veda Austin talking about the consciousness of water, or Dr. Haley Banda talking about owning who you are as a woman in your marriage and healing, Stu Bittman talking about hope and opening your heart, Brandon Bozarth about living in the now and getting out of the pursuit of happiness and stepping into the being of happy, and Dr. Kelly Brogan and Andrew Kaufman. I mean, there's so much. Cryptocurrency and food forest. You guys, we covered the gamut. Even if you're the fastest note taker on the planet, there's no way you got it all, even if you were in person. So we created the vault that you can come back to. But I knew that wasn't going to be enough either. Not for me, because this hangover happens. And as I slip back into my patterns, I want back to those people. I want to gather in community, and I want to keep chewing through it and diving deeper. So we're doing a 6-week mastermind where every Tuesday at 8:00 Central Standard Time, we sit back down and we refocus, recalibrate, realign, step back into the space, see some of those familiar faces, or meet new faces and friends, and we just talk. And so with jumping into your virtual pass, you get 20 plus speakers, 25 plus hours worth of content. You get a 6-week live mastermind, and you get the opportunity tonight to ask Dr. Jess Peatross anything you want about detoxing, about hormones, about health, about wellness, about root canals, about drinking your own urine. The woman covers the gamut when it comes to health. You get to ask Veda Austin anything you want about water, the structure of water. Where do you find good water? What kind of healing properties could this bring? What does the relationship with water and her 10,000 plus hydroglyphs look like? You get to ask Jodie Meschuk anything you want about autism, about healing a child from autism, about removing the label from that child, about shifting the home and changing literally the world, healing one child at a time. You get to ask Dr. Stu Bittman, how do you open your heart after it's been broken? How do you stay hopeful in hopeless situations? Because I'm bringing back some of the favorite speakers from this year, and they're going to be live, and you get to ask them anything you want. If you can't make that either, no problem. We'll have a recording. but I want more. I'm going to be that girl, I hope, for the rest of my life, that is gratefully unsatisfied. Who knows? Who knows that she knows that, wow, she has abundant blessings all around. There is adventure and so much more just around every bend that life will bring. If anything that I say in these videos calls to that wild thing inside of you, please join us inside the virtual big idea. I guarantee you money back, no questions asked, that if you make this purchase for you, it will be an adjustment for your soul every time you come in. If you listen to one talk a week, you are guaranteed to walk away with a brighter light coming on inside of you. Whether you get it or not, my challenge that I will leave you with, if you are still with me here, do not haphazardly wander through this life asleep at the wheel. Wake up, wake up, wake up, that thing, that special something within you. This is our time to rise and shine. And while I know that we don't have it all together, we may not ever, right? We may not ever have it all figured out. We may not ever have it all. Yet, together, we can do anything. We are an unstoppable force. And when you share space with like-minded, like-souled people, it's guaranteed to wake you up and shake you up and provide a light in the dark, a renewed sense of possibility in every endeavor of your being. So join me in the big idea. Let me know if you have any questions, and wake up. Wake up. Stay out of that subconscious. No more insanity. I'll see you in the big idea.